So we got Mike Feinberg, we got Gerardo Ramos, we got Travis Long, myself, Armando Gonzalez. We're going to do this quick little video thing and see how it works out. But from this point on, you're trapped, man.
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother? I'm enjoying life as I can.
Right? All by your damn self.
Enjoying life in a bubble, man. You got a lot of time to think, a lot of time to stretch, a lot of time to do some yoga. So
yoga. Nice.
Hey,
With your
man,
wife?
guys like me, I need to do some yoga. You know how hard it is to get my leg up there, man? So
True.
that's what you gotta do, man.
Guys, so we're gonna, kind of trap some questions, man. Let the fans know who he is. Introduce him to our fans. He's got a big thing going on over in the Vegas world over there, man, where he's, pretty a celebrity over there, right?
A little bit, I guess. I'm making my way up.
Awesome, man. So what's going on, man? How are you preparing for this next fight, man?
Oh man, I'm doing jujitsu on my blow up dolls. I'm I'm doing what I can do over here, man. So, no, I got some friends in this neighborhood. A couple MMA fighters that come over, get some work with me out in the backyard. It's quarantine around here, but not too quarantined to where you can't do anything. Believe it or not, I started losing weight in an apartment smaller than this, so it's not too bad, man. Just staying at home, training hard. You ain't got to worry about getting to the gym on time for class, so that's always nice. Yeah, just working, man. Any way I can.
Awesome, man. So I guess the guy's got a couple questions here. Mike Feinberg is pretty much going to start hosting a lot of interviews, interviewing fighters. So he's kind of like the main one that's going to ask questions. I'm going to sit, and enjoy finally the question asking, and I'll put in some input in between there about the promotion and where we're going with things and why you're on our promotion.
Sounds good, brother.
So Mike, you got any questions for Trap, man?
Yeah. Hey, Trap, how you doing?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man.
So, first and foremost, so we want to get to know you a little bit. We want to make sure everybody watching gets to know who you are and gets prepared for our big event that's coming. You shouldn't be coughing, man.
I know, right?
That's not a good sign.
I know. I'm good. I took my vitamins this morning. I did some yoga. I'm all right, brother. I'm all right. I'm feeling all right.
Good. You get one during the interview. Get one. So, obviously, we don't know exactly when this big event is going to take place, but we know it's going to take place. So we're just crossing our fingers and holding on to that date, hope that something's going to come together. So, again, we want the fans to get to know who's going to be on the card, especially you. It's going to be our main event. So a little bit kind of going into background. One of the main questions I had, I know, Travis Long is your birth name, but Trap Gambino is how you go by. So tell us a little bit about how that name came to be.
Well, man, how that name came along is so my real father's last name isn't Long, and I've known that my whole life, basically. And I wanted to kind of just have a name that was, I kind of just made up my own last name. So I went with Gambino. Everybody called me Trap since I was a baby. It's just short for Travis. It's not as cool as it sounds, you know what I mean? So instead of Trav, it's Trap. And then Gambino came from back in the day. I used to do a bunch of music and stuff like that. So everybody in like 2005, when I was 15, was like something Gotti, something Gambino. And me being Italian, I was like, I'll do Gambino. So from then on, I was Trap Gambino. And when I started sponsoring fighters and managing fighters, it kind of just stuck with me. And now that's who I am. If you Google Travis Long, nothing comes up. If you Google Trap Gambino, you'll find me.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There's the explanations. That's a good start. Yes. So tell us a little bit. I know this is going to be the big MMA debut for you over here. And we wanted to know, leading up to this, you mentioned a little bit a while ago about your jiu-jitsu that you've been working on. What other backgrounds do you have? Where have you been fighting? What have you been doing to kind of get yourself into this position for MMA?
Well, man, it's no joke that I'm not too fond of the ground game. I can handle myself on the ground, but I like to stand and bang, man. That's what I'm going for in this fight. Sprawl and brawl. I'm looking to make it a show. I've been waiting for this fight for so long. There's been so many different opponents, so many different faces to this fight. At this point, it doesn't even matter who it is. I'm just ready to get in there and showcase. Because nobody has gotten the chance to see what I can do yet, you know, other than like people in the gym, and it's kind of like a hidden secret. I'm ready to let it out.
Okay, that sounds good. So Marquise Bass is going to be your opponent, or at least that's what the plan is for now.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about that opponent? Anything?
I don't know much about him. I haven't seen him fight, but I have seen him move. I have seen him spar, and he's a tough guy. He's got, I would say, he's got more experience than me. When it comes to like formal, structured, scheduled training, he's definitely got more experience than me. He looks like he's more experienced on the ground. He's done some Naga and stuff like that. But to an extent, man, experience is overrated. I whooped a lot of dudes in the gym that have more experience than me. The problem is seeing if I can do in the cage what I can do in the gym. I guess that's when we'll all find out. But as for Marquise, he's a tough dude. I respect the guy. I respect the guy a lot. He's not one of these bums I can just go in there and smile and beat up real quick, you know. So I have a tough fight ahead of me. So I'm gonna prepare. I'm taking it super seriously. The dude's big. The dude's tough. I like his style. I like the whole shoulder rolling, Floyd Mayweather stuff because I do the same thing. I think it's gonna be a great matchup. He looks like he likes standing on his feet. I have no choice but to stand on my feet. So it's gonna be a fun fight, man.
Well, as you said, that's your style, that's your preference, is to stand up there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But hey, if somebody tries to take me down, you might see some surprises too.
Okay, we'll have to look for that. But tell me a little bit about so standing up, the striking ability that you have. So where's that background come from? Amateur boxing? What do you have?
So as for boxing, man, I've been boxing my whole life. I started boxing when I was a kid at the Salvation Army, believe it or not. In my neighborhood, they had a program at the Salvation Army for all the little broke kids, which was one of me, to go to the Salvation Army and just beat the hell out of each other. And it was better than staying on the streets. So I would just go in there and box a bunch of kids. And I kind of learned from that. And then we went from that to boxing in my backyard. We did like structured fights in my backyard. So it was crazy, man. And then I was training to lose weight. And we came over here to Las Vegas. I started training in way better gyms, like Floyd Mayweather's gym. I trained at Mayweather Boxing Gym for about a year. I trained at One Fight Team for about 6 months. I don't have like a home gym per se, but in Vegas, there's so many amazing places to get work from. Like you can just, you know, there's an open mat or an open boxing gym every other day. So I'm just finding my way around here, man. I feel like I just started and I'm just getting into this, really.
How long have you been in Vegas?
Of boxing, man. Boxing gyms everywhere down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Big, small, and there's work in them all.
That's good. Could I ask you something real quick? So since
This
you do
is
have
Gerardo, by the way. Gerardo,
hey, what's up, man?
all our media, you know, photography, man. You should definitely log on to his social media and check out some of the pics he's got. Amazing, man. And some videos.
Absolutely.
We're working on that promo video right now that should be out in the next couple of days.
Yep. I look forward to capturing your fight, man. That's for sure. I'm looking forward to that, man.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah. So since you do have a background in boxing, what made you want to transition into having an amateur MMA debut?
Well, honestly, man, I've always wanted to do MMA. So this all started, like me fighting to begin with, period. All started from maybe 2014. I just had my daughter. And I was like 465 pounds. And I wanted to lose weight. And I just started boxing in my living room. You know, I got a punching bag and started inviting people over to hit mitts. Next thing you know, I got MMA fighters coming over to teach with me. And I got black belts coming over to train me. And it got wild there for a minute at my apartment in Ohio. And I kind of took that, I took the ball and kept it rolling and took it to Vegas. So I've been here for about 3 years now. And I've always been a fan of MMA. My wife is an MMA fighter. She's also fought in pro boxing. MMA it just feels so much more free than boxing. In boxing, there's, you know, 1 or 2 things you can do. In MMA, you know, you can do anything. You can have fun in there. You can be flamboyant. You can do it all, and that's what I like to do. I like freedom.
All right.
Awesome, man. I got an awesome question for you, man. You know, since we announced this fight, this debut, and there's a lot of people out there with their panties all bunched up, man. There's a lot of hate going on out there. Any reason why, man? I mean, you got a couple of guys that are out there just sending me hate mail. I mean, I've gotten a threat.
Oh, I'm sure.
A threat from somebody that they said that they were going to come in and shoot up the place. I had to call the FBI, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
There's been a lot of hate coming in from
So for the past couple of years, this has been happening to me. I don't know if I just got in the wrong forums online or like the wrong set of fans started following me, but for some reason, people know me worldwide, and I inspire a lot of people. At the same time, I do the total opposite. And these people, like, I'll tag myself in photos at like gyms or restaurants, and these people literally call the restaurant and say that I got guns there, that I'm throwing money, trying to take girls and stuff. It's just crazy fans, man. Crazy fans. I would call them haters, but that term is overused. They're definitely fans.
Right.
The only thing that matters is they will be watching this fucking fight. They will definitely tune into this fucking fight. So every one of those guys is eyes.
That pay-per-view money, man.
Absolutely, brother.
Nice. So what happened with your last opponent, Ryan Gilbert? Because he's also been on the horn, asking to be a backup, and he's saying this and that. Trap Gambino, he's pulled out a couple times, and and then on the other end, I'm sure he's you're gonna say he's pulled out. So what's going on?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's always hearsay when it comes to two people talking shit to each other, but you can go and see. I actually had a scheduled fight with him for May 2nd. It was like a week after I was gonna fight this other guy. If I went in uninjured, God willing, I was gonna beat Bubba's ass a week later. But he pulled out. So
I'm
again,
gonna try to. That's actually gonna be something that I'm gonna try to make happen, man. And after this one, we're gonna try to make that be the sequel, man.
Yeah, I would love to fight Ryan Gilbert. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not going to be as competitive as the Marquise fight.
As far as being in South Florida, I mean, have you ever been down in South Florida?
I have.
Okay, I'm sure you've been down to Miami partying your ass off, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you get to come and enjoy, catch it, kick someone's ass and get to enjoy the beach at the same time.
That's what it's about, man.
We're gonna, looking forward to having you down here.
That's a perfect vacation right there, man.
Perfect vacation. Also, I had another question about your wife, man. She's into MMA as well, right?
Absolutely.
Who does she? What promotion does she fight in? And is she pro?
For MMA, she fought amateur and Tough Enough. She had her debut in Tough Enough. For boxing, yeah, they obviously fight everywhere. Same as MMA. It's not really, you're barely on a contract unless you're pro. She's not pro MMA yet, but her next fight will be pro since she was pro boxing. So it's kind of how it works. You got to go pro once you're pro.
Nice.
So yeah, she's getting in there too, but she's relaxing right now, letting me do my thing. So
nice. That's the secret to your success, right? She's your sparring partner, huh?
Yeah.
Is your intent to eventually go pro?
Say that again, brother.
Is your intent to eventually go pro?
Absolutely. I want to take this as far. I feel like I'm lucky to even be here, man. So like the fact that I'm here, like I wake up sometimes, I'm like, how the fuck? Like I'm really here. Like how far can we take this? So I really want to see. I want to see how much weight I can lose. I want to see how much muscle I can build. I want to see how many fans I can make. I want to see how much money I can make. And I want to take this to the top, dude. Like all my eggs are in this basket.
Well, that's good to know, man, that you're, looking for a future in MMA and not just a, one-hit wonder.
Absolutely not.
When you get prepared for this, being that this COVID-19, this coronavirus, Hopefully we can get over this situation fairly quick. Are you, do you have a gym that you actually are, belong to in Vegas that you're going to start to get back in shape?
I'm a member at a couple of different gyms, honestly. Here in Vegas, everybody's a member at LVAC. You know, the whole cardio conditioning gyms and shit like that. But when it comes to like actual like formal MMA training, I like to get my cross training in, honestly. For this fight, I don't want to join any gym as like I want to go up and show up to classes every day. I'm kind of past that. I need some one-on-one work right now, a lot of sparring, a lot of cardio conditioning. And as soon as I get this first fight past me, I feel like I have enough skills for the first fight already. I've been training for years, man. As soon as I get this first fight past me, we'll see where it goes, and we'll see what gyms want to take me, what I need to work on, what I don't need to work on. Well, I guess I got to sharpen everything, but I think this fight, I just need to get this fight out of the way, man. I'm so ready for this.
Right. This will kind of pave the way of where which avenue you're going to take.
Absolutely.
Well, hopefully, like I said, you're not this, one-hit wonder with us. We want to make this amateur world, great again, using the great American quote, right? So what we're trying to do is,
my wife.
What's that?
Yeah, I told my wife I could see myself fighting like 5 times a year, man. Like I really, or more. Like I want to be active. I want to see what I can do, man. Like I feel like, I don't know, man. Like once you guys see me in there, you'll see I'm not like these other fucking guys, man. I'm not like these other fucking guys. I can't wait to get in there, brother.
Nice. Well, that's good. It's good to have that ambition, man, and that's what we're trying to create with RIZE. That's we were normally a pro promotion, but we went backwards, and we're trying to catch the amateurs where it all starts. And we're trying to pave the right way for them. A lot of these guys, they start sparring and they start getting in there. They start fighting for a certain promotion or whatever. They get 2 or 3 fights, and then the promotion's like, oh, we want to give you a title shot. You're 3-0, and
right.
I look at these, 3-0 as an amateur. I mean, you're just starting. Why is that person fighting for a title? I mean, a title fight should be, later on, 4, 5, 6, 7 different wins. You got pros that are 7-0 that can't even get a fight in the big show.
Right.
So,
yeah, there's a lot of cardboard titles out there. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a great amateur world. Bringing that pro feel into the amateur world, so these guys aren't in a hurry to turn pro. They get in, they get all their mistakes out of their way. They go in there, they fight, they take their losses. Because in an amateur world, a loss doesn't really mean much. But they get in here, they figure out their mistakes, they figure out their training methods and how to actually capture that win, how to get how to overcome the opponent. And that's what we're trying to create in our amateur world. We would love for you to continue to fight for us. We're going to try to pave a great road for you. We're looking to go out of state. So these are all little things that we're trying to do to better this, amateur MMA world. Welcome to RIZE. We will keep you updated on the date as far as April 25th. We may have to move it, a few weeks after. I think what Gerardo was telling me was that Governor DeSantis is trying to get everything back, the working world back to work. It's just creating, this whole COVID-19 thing is creating a lot of, loss of work, loss of money. So I think what he's trying to do is get everybody back into the working mode. So, as it stands right now, our April 25th date is still good. But I myself want to make sure that, the fighters are trained and are healthy enough to get back in there. So again, we might push the date off a little bit, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. Even if we get back to, let's say, normal by April 15th, I don't think a bunch of people are jumping, into want to jump to getting, into an MMA fight or, fans are not jumping up and down to go to an MMA fight. So I'm just going to probably, prolong it a little bit, just give it a couple more weeks. So everybody just, that normality gets back into everybody's blood, and, hopefully get back into a normal world, man.
And for the fighters too, man, so they could prepare. There's been a lot of fighters who have been able to train. This will give you guys the time to get back into it,
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike, you got any other questions that you think we should
I'd love to see, some training videos or something like that TRAP is doing. See him at work. Get people excited to see him in there.
Yeah.
I got you on that. I'll give you some today.
Yeah, we got. I did ask him for some. Maybe we can squeeze him into that promo that Gerardo's got going on.
That'll be great.
Yeah, I think we should have that promo done in the next day or two.
Yeah.
That sounds good. And like Armando said, TRAP, just try to stay patient with us and try to stay ready. I really hope we can get that date. We'll see what happens.
I'll be ready, brother. I don't care if it's tomorrow. I'll be ready, man.
Ready to brawl.
Awesome.
All right, boys. Well, thank you, TRAP, for being on with us. Thank you guys as well, Mike and Gerardo. And we'll see you on the next one, man. We got quite a few of these.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, TRAP. See you guys.
Take care.
See ya. All right.